me, Chief. There's a Colonel Foxhall here to see you.
Has he got an appointment?
No, but he says it concerns $1 million.
He has an appointment.
Come in, Colonel.
Thank you, my dear. Colonel Gaylord Merriweather Foxhall at your service, sir.
Always a pleasure to meet a man who can use that magic phrase, $1 million with authority.
Yes, sir. I believe I would be conservative in valuing the contents of this portmanteau at $1 million.
Miss Hathaway, quick, a deposit slip.
Oh, I'm not depositing. I'm withdrawing.
Withdrawing? What do you mean withdrawing? How can you withdraw if you don't have an account in the bank?
Well, sir, I believe Mr. Clampett has, and it's $1 million of his I plan to withdraw.
You a friend of Jed Clampett's?
Never met the gentleman.
Miss Hathaway, what's the idea of letting this southern fried phony into my office?
You said he had an appointment.
And you said he had $1 million. Throw him out.
Mr. Drysdale, before you go making any rash decisions, what does this look like to you?
Some old goat kissing a girl in a bathing suit. Good day.
Right you are, sir. Do you care to identify the old goat?
Great J.P. Morgan's ghost. It's Jed Clampett.
Impossible! But true.
Here are some others you might care to peruse. They tell the age-old story of a sweet, simple country girl lured into the mansion of a Beverly Hills millionaire.
Lured by Jed Clampett?
To be more precise, abducted, picked up bodily and carried in by Mr. Clampett's nephew, a self-admitted Hollywood playboy.
Playboy? Jethro?
Once inside, this frightened maiden pleaded to be allowed the sanctuary of the YWCA, but her plea fell on deaf, crime-hardened ears.
Well, I mean, Granny can sometimes be hard of hearing, but...
Another accomplice, the Clampett's seemingly friendly daughter, enticed this poor girl into putting on the flimsy finery of a seductive siren.
Are you sure you mean the same Clampetts we do?
The most seductive clothing they wear is overalls with a hole in the knee.
Whereupon, as these pictures clearly illustrate, she was subjected to the unwanted embraces of that backwoods Bluebeard.
That's not a Bluebeard, he just doesn't shave every day.
Jed Clampett couldn't possibly.
But he did, and the scars upon the soul of this sweet, innocent girl can only be erased by time. Time and $1 million.
I don't believe any of this. These pictures are rigged.
Obviously.
If you do not believe your eyes, you have but to lend me your ears.
Oh, gracious, my bare limbs is a-showing. I'm so ashamed.
Don't call feel ashamed, Emmeline. Things is different out here than they is back home.
Please let me go to the YWCA.
No, you're staying right here.
No, let her go!
Oh, don't do that, Mr. Clampett.
Don't do what?
Don't close the door.
For heaven's sake, leave it open!
Let us drop the curtain on that tawdry drama. There is a lady present.
Where?
Miss Hathaway, you.
Oh, well, I've been treated like a slave for so long I sometimes forget.
So, shall we say $1 million?
This is out-and-out extortion. The old Badger game. Miss Hathaway, call the police.
Mr. Clampett, I'm sorry, Mr. Drysdale, you lack imagination. Now, I believe Mr. Clampett is a director of your bank.
So?
So, may I suggest tomorrow morning's headlines? Something like, Commerce Bank Director in Love Nest Scandal.
But no one would believe it.
Oh, it would be profusely illustrated.
Miss Hathaway, cancel that call.
The cashier's check may be made out to Colonel Gaylord Merriweather. That's 2 R's, Foxhall.
But, Colonel, I'm not authorized to write checks on my depositor's money.
Then I suggest that you escort me down to Jed Clampett's mansion now.
Will you wait outside a moment?
I'd be delighted. Pleasure doing business with you. Pleasure doing business with you, sir. Madam.
You're not taking him to Jed Clampett.
Where else could I take him?
The police station.
The notoriety would not only ruin Jed Clampett, but other innocent victims of that depraved con man. namely me. Please finish typing the correspondence before you go home.
But surely the law could help identify that spurious son of the South and his curvy but culpable accomplice.
The typing.
The innocent of those in this great democracy must be of primary importance to us all, and I shall so conduct myself for the honor of my employer, so that if this great financial institution shall last 1,000 years,